Professor Binson, Jane, is the Dean of the Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts in Chulalongkorn University. She is expert in ethnomusicology, right? And also she is licensed in art therapy and imagery music therapy and theory.
Thank you, Raquel. I'm a replacement of a professor who got accident. Don't expect much from me. I just like to share my experience. So myself, since I was young, I was almost raped because I never been told by anyone about sex. The sex education, sexual education was kind of zero at that time. So I was playing badminton with my brother, and one guy coming to join us, and he always touching my leg, kissing. I didn't feel anything, I didn't know. Okay, and playing, and then touching my leg from here to there, and then again and again. My brother didn't know anything. We still playing like that. When sun was about to go down, he asked me, we play in front of the school. Let's go inside the school. Where is your classroom? Let's go in. And I said that, no, I didn't study here. But I still walked with him. He grabbed me very tightly. And then when we were at the, like under the stair, very, very dark, I released myself very quickly because I was afraid of ghosts. Not about him at all. So I ran, and came out of the school. That was example of the cultural transmission in many countries. We are different. In the West, your children would have been studying sexual education since they were young. But for me, nothing at all. So this reflects how the opportunity of the children could be braved since they are young. As almost a victim myself, not only that, so I survived that case. But when I studied in UK, at that time, there was a game to welcome all newcomers, playing balloon. If you drop the balloon, you have to answer the question. So I dropped the balloon first. They asked me, when was the last time you have sex? That shocked me. What? I never have sex. Woo! Like everyone just, yell like, wow, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Nothing was wrong with me. But we shouldn't have sex before getting married. And what happened to me was, one guy knocked on my door. Let's go having dinner together. Okay, just go as a friend. So we went to the dinner, and the guy offered me dinner, pay for me. I said, no, it shouldn't be like this. We share. No, I pay. Okay, you pay. And then after that, I invited him to come to my dormitory, in my room, have a cup of tea together. And he came. And then I was making my cup of tea. He came to me and grabbed me, almost raped me. I kicked him very hard. And I asked him, what? He asked me, what? I didn't know that there was a tradition, tea for two and you for me, in UK. So he told me this, and I said, okay, please sit down. Let's talk about it. In Thailand, we have the tradition, give and take. Anything you receive from someone, you try to think of giving back, to give and to take. And he understood, and we became friends. And how could you imagine, for me, from a middle-class family, very loving family, nothing at all. And those in the poverty, in the slum area, they don't have education, sexual education, and they really didn't know what sex is. So it's very, very easy to be raped without knowing from the family member or from a friend, from teacher. Even nowadays, we have internet. We also have sexual education more. But we still, before I came here, the girl in the school was raped by boy and telling teacher, I was raped. Teacher said, shh, don't tell anyone, I give you 20,000. Because that boy is the kind of nephew of the principal. So this going on from time to time. I'm going to tell you that in Thailand we have, even though the government started to pay attention to child abuse, the sexual abuse case more, we still have uncountable numbers in the family. Many fathers that raped their kids and locked them in the house without knowing. How could researcher know? If you ask the percentage of these cases, we don't know. You know only the publication you read. You can't count in those, in the hidden corner in the society. Today, I'm going to talk to you of my experience. I was teaching art therapy for the DFA student, doctoral student, with Raquel, just like my sister. So, I started to know art therapy 10 years ago. Yes, when I came here. And then I started to pay attention very much because I was almost a victim myself. So I put my effort and energy to learn, to get certificate here and there. And I'm pretty impressed by her works, and I really wanted to do more for the Thai society. I and her start teaching together many years, and the PhD student, they are already teacher from all over Thailand. It was a great chance for them to learn about this. And after that, one time we had a chance to go to the rehabilitation house for children and family. So before that, I invited some children from this house to come to meet up with the PhD student, and me and Raquel oriented them before the activities are going on. We didn't see any smiles from any single kids that walk into my faculty. Silence and really unhappy faces, every single one. The rehabilitation house that I told you started in 1994 until now under Department of Children and Youth, Ministry of Social Development and Human Society. And what we did for the children, since Raquel couldn't speak Thai, so she gave responsibility for me, and she was the conductor. So I started with the ice-breaking games, very big cubes of ice, because no smile and no sound from them. It was the first time for my DFA student to see for real how they are. The ice-breaking game started to open their mouth a little bit of smile. This is the orientation before time. And the game was, since they don't want to talk, I just improvise myself how to deal with those who doesn't want to talk and they don't want to say anything, even the name. So I let them sit in circle. Instead of telling their name, I let them tell the name of the neighbor. For example, he is A, and that was very successful. And then next, the neighbor was my DFA student. So this game went very well. They start to talk, but not about themselves, about other. We start to play the game. This is the game introduce name through neighbor, and then this is me game. This is me means when one started with my DFA student Stan, you would be very acquainted to this game to introduce with the posture or dance, and everyone follow, and that went really well. Next one is drawing a person, but not on their own. I pair up my student and the children together. I order everyone, now you must draw yourself. And my DFA student pair up with the kid. The kid did not draw first. Each of them looked at the partner, and the partner drawing and start talking. I oriented them to talk while drawing. So my students started to draw and talk about themselves, and the kid follow. And we knew some story from this self-drawing. Drawing together, my DFA student telling the story that they have been through, and then take turn for the kids, so that it was the game that to support their speaking. So that one went also very successfully. The fifth one, let feelings flow. I gave each of them balloon. They can write anything they wanted to write, including my DFA student. Each of them has their own balloon. I found out that some of the children, I let you know some background of them. One very small kid, around 5 years old, was beat up really severely, just unlike human body, when he arrived the house and admit to the hospital. And he started to be mutism and very aggressive. He hit his head anytime that he feel very uncomfortable to the pole, and then many people got to grab him. But in the class, he was really still and really willing to participate. Another girl, very small, was raped by 14 boys and really severely, almost dead. That girl also went blur and cannot say even her name, but she can say others' name. you who already study about this, you know what happened, what's going on. So let feelings flow. I will show you picture later. It's very interesting to see the balloon of the small kid, 5 years old boy. He very bright, anything, just you can't, you don't understand what was on the balloon. And he didn't speak at all from the beginning. And everybody wrote, "Heart, I love you, please come again, thank you very much." And you can see, you can read visually. But for this boy, we really didn't know, and we were waiting to see what would it be for him to say. He talked non-stop from only one line. This is almost destroyed everywhere, hurt, pain, and miss home. I'm scared. This is the door. Blah, 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 blah. I will show you. This is very interesting. So, last sentence and act. Everyone need to be loved. Of course, the same like this group. They really want to be hugged, to be loved. And some of them really love to go back again, even though one already knew that. Going back to see who? To see the abuser at home. But he was really long for that. This is a question to all of you. What should we do for these cases? So the act, of course, hug, need to be touched. I'll show you the activities. The picture, this balloon, before writing down anything. Did it introduce myself? Oh, one game, very interesting. I skipped that, sorry. You will see when they sat in circle. Instead of saying what they want, just drag with the finger on the back of the PhD student, just like that. And then that person will say, "Is that right? That's what you want me to know?" Dancing, you can see some smiles. Yes?
Can I ask something?
Yes?
I was for the first time this year in Thailand. I wanted to ask if it's right that children from the age of 4, the parents don't touch them.
I was telling you about the culture. About the culture, especially dad and the daughter.
That's one.
That prevent.
And the other
Yes.
thing, when we think Thailand, it's the massage, touching the body.
Yeah, I skipped that part too. Let me finish this and I will tell you. Very interesting story. Yes. And so we ate together. And the staff who came on that day, they have no knowledge at all about art therapy. First time for them. They just draw a person, and now they show their works. You can see visually for one, the first one, the second one, the third one, but this one, no one would understand at all. Wouldn't understand. But this one belongs to the 5-year-old boy that was really just like mutism, didn't say any word. Here, he spoke non-stop. Many story going on, and he kept rotating and then point to just only that sentence, and here, all destroy. I was beat up, blah, 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 blah. This is the power of art therapy. Okay. Act. All act finish with hugging. Cheering for my DFA student as well as the staff and the kids too. Here, thank you very much, Raquel. I'm going to go back to your question. Yesterday, I was saying about my project, Bangkok project, that I was discover almost 300 living cultural sites of Bangkok. We have 50 districts. And that project inspired by my story in UK that I was almost raped. And I talked the conversation that I talked to the gentleman who became my friend later. That, why? What did you think? He said, oh, I love Thai lady, they are beautiful. I love massage and I want to go to bed with the Thai lady. You know, massage, very good, the sex tourism all over. And that really upset me. I was thinking my dream was to come back. When I finished my PhD, I come back to Thailand and talk to the mayor of Bangkok, and I did. I want to change the image of Bangkok, the city of sex tourism, to be the city of diverse culture. I did it. I found almost 300 living local cultural sites with honor, not museum. Whenever you go, I use the GPS detect. You can put on the map and go by yourself. For example, we have a group of tiger dance that all my life, I never knew before that there was like this in Thailand in certain area, and those person came from the south. Another place in the slum area, we have a huge ensemble, Muslim ethnic group in the slum area that still playing really beautiful band, the musical band that already out, really extinct in the south. The only one we found. We found 200 years old sewing tradition, tailor-made for the costume for the theatrical drama called Rakhon Chatri in the slum area, where you can find many prostitutes all over, the youth. So I did it because of that. The culture told the transmission that I got from my mom, my dad, also all over Thai society, that don't sleep with anyone until you get married. That was wrong if you go to bed with anyone. This could harm without knowing that. The kids, they didn't have a chance to know anything about sexual activities, could be really in danger. And I was one among them. And can you imagine? Me, a professor, and my background, just almost being victim 2 times in my life. So this is what I want to share with you, and we can think about what to do together. Because now in Thailand we have a Imri Sagoi Research Center in my university. So sister center now. And I hope all of you could do co-research together, and you can send your intern student, or just come to study in Thailand. It's very cheap. You can eat only $1 full meal. And you send your student, you send your kids to come study in Thailand, but not studying with me, but with Raquel and her team. How about that? Thank you very much.